because I genuinely am grateful for everybody who subscribed and liked. Just at Moor Nature Reserve, which is it's a pretty flat walk. Used to come here quite a lot when I just got into all of the whole outdoors scene. It's quite a pretty little place, really. So last night I noticed that I was at 97 subscribers, and I thought to myself, do you know what? I'll put a video up when it reaches 100 subscribers and thank everyone. So I mean, I was gobsmacked when I woke up this morning and I'd gained like 9 extra subscribers overnight. I genuinely am grateful for everybody who subscribed and liked. So I thought to tie the two things in together, thanking everybody who's took the time to subscribe, and also just a little introduction really about me and who I am. I suppose the best way of describing myself would be if you imagine Paul Messner was dropped on his head as a baby and the doctors prescribed him LSD to treat his concussion. That would be me. So I went into detail about this in a previous video about intermittent fasting, but basically 12 years ago I was really unfit. I'm very overweight, 17 stone. I've lost a lot of weight since then. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video, so do check that out. It's quite interesting. But anyway, long story short, I got into hiking in a big way, into the outdoors, and I lost a ton of weight. I was absolutely obsessed, just loved it. One of the primary aspects of my personality is that I absolutely love teaching. I just love showing people things. And while I was hiking out and about in the mountains, I really couldn't believe some of the things I was seeing. Some of the sights are utterly breathtaking. But I've always been pretty good at drawing and painting and creative things. So it just seemed like a bit of a natural progression to pick up a camera and start taking photographs of the things that I could see while I was out and about hiking. So like with pretty much everything in my life, I became highly obsessed with photography. I watched thousands of hours worth of YouTube tutorials on it, and fast forward a year, I've left the civil service and I've actually started my own photography company. 10 years later, I'm still doing exactly that, and this basically allows me the most amazing work-life balance. So I do most of my weddings on Saturdays or Sundays, and that means that for the rest of the week I'm editing the wedding pictures. But if the weather's really good, I can kind of just put a hold on the editing and go out and hike. So I suppose that leads me to the question, why am I doing YouTube? As I touched on before, I love educating, I love teaching people. So this just seems like an obvious thing to do. So instead of like just taking photographs of the places that I've been, I can now like kind of show people the places that I'm going. I can do reviews of the gear that I've got and give people tips and things like that about wild camping or whatever. So yeah, it just seems like the obvious next step. So my aim is to get monetized on YouTube, and that is really challenging to do. There's a very high chance that I probably won't ever be able to do it. Bit of a boggy mess here. I've just turned around because it's a little bit crap back there. So yeah, as I was saying, to be upfront about this, you know, you'll never get a video off me complaining that I'm not making enough money off YouTube and, you know, I'm doing all of my hikes at a loss, because the way that I look at it is I'm doing them anyway. If I can take a little bit of video footage while I'm out there, entertain and educate people, and in the process make 10 or 20 quid towards me petrol or diesel, then winner chicken dinner. And to be honest, yeah, if I could make more than that, then I'd be happy. Maybe I'd be able to do 1 or 2 less weddings a year and go out hiking a little bit more. You know, that'd always be good. But the outdoors is a passion of mine. And to be honest, I think when you do anything too much, when you do it as a job especially, you can lose a bit of that passion. And the idea of that fills me full of dread, which I suppose leads me to the next thing, which is that over the last year, I really have slacked. I've not been out as much as I used to. I've put on a stone. I've lost a lot of fitness. There's a few reasons for that. I was actually in hospital for a week in April, had pneumonia, which, to be honest, really shocked me. You know, I was feeling really quite healthy before then, and it just made me realise that I'm not a spring chicken. I am nearly 50. You can't really take life for granted, you know, which sounds a little bit morbid, but you know what I mean. So, you know, live every day and all that kind of lark. I suppose that neatly kind of takes me to the final point, which is one of the primary benefits of this YouTube channel is motivation. And I'll be honest with you, over the last week, 2 weeks, I've probably been out more than I have over the last 6 months. Just giving me great excuses to go out camping, hiking, that kind of thing. And this recent surge in subscribers has absolutely ramped my motivation up. Oh, being attacked by a griffin. Well, anyway, so if anyone's got any ideas or suggestions of where they'd like me to go on my adventures, drop a message below. I'd love to hear from you. So that's it for today. Like I say, short and sweet. So thanks for taking the time to watch my video, and I'll see you on the next one.